Alright, so, thanks to some network errors, the beginning of this draft got eaten. Luckily, the beginning of this draft... Also, hello, we're doing an Eldraine draft. The bots have been updated according to patch notes, so we're hoping that maybe we can play games against anybody who isn't playing Mill. That is my hope, is that I can get one opponent who is not playing Mill. Anyway, our first pick was acclaimed contender. This was contending with the Owl, the 4 mana 3/3 white blue hybrid. I thought it was a pretty close choice because I don't like being locked in the white aggression. Because, like, as I said, as I was talking about, acclaimed contender doesn't lock you into white. It locks you into white red or white black. Because, or heavy white. Because there's only there's 2 knights in blue and 1 knight in green or something like that. Like, it's super low. And both of those are uncommons and they're not likely to be played. Anyway, so we first picked the acclaimed contender anyway over the Owl. Mostly because I've played with the Owl the last, 3 drafts I've done. And now we're going to pick Ardenvald Tactician as a pretty dang sweet flyer. Rally for the Throne. Alright, there's another cat. There's one of these in pack 1. Anyway, as I also said, thank you to Kiwi and Gnomebitten for the subs. I appreciate them a lot, and hope you enjoy. Flutterfox could be a good pickup here. This thing is fine if it's flying, and it's not great if it's on the ground. But it's really really good as a flyer. That's not the hardest thing to get going. I still don't like Lonesome Unicorn. I think the card's just bad. Turn 2 Unveiled Tree Folk's pretty good here. Weaselback even. I think Flutterfox is fine. Keep us in white, keep our options open. Maybe we can get some cool, Rally isn't terrible. Yeah, Rally is, okay at 3. Okay. I like Fox more. Bark. Youthful Knight. Youthful Knight. Reckless Charge. Reckless Charge. Reckless Charge. We got Youthful Knight, we got Joust. We have a couple knights here, so Joust wouldn't be too bad. Alamet, thank you very much for the sub as well. Yes, Suntail Hawk. Suntail Hawk. So, I think this is... I can pick up Youthful Knight and just stick in white still here. Or I can pick up Joust and have a piece of removal that works pretty well with my already picked up units. Now, again, Joust, you'd think, oh, Youthful Knight plus Joust is pretty cool right now. First strike doesn't matter in fighting. It's weird, because, some... It's not... It's a little funky when you first encounter it, because Lifelink and Death Touch both work on fighting, but First Strike doesn't mean anything in a fight. It only means something in combat. But yeah, so Joust could be good with Acclaimed Contender and Ardenvald Tactician. They both have 4 toughness on the Joust, which means they're very hard to kill. I also do like the red pump there. I think that's probably fine. We can pick up the Joust. Perhaps red opens up and we can do that. In red, we want to see, there's no rules of combat. If I thank you, Kavanaugh, for the sub as well. In red, we want to see some of the, okay, this is a good one. Ogre Errant, that's a pretty good one to have. The red cap as well is a really nice one. Alright, Fairy Guide Mother is a card I've seen do more and more and more as time goes on. A lot of that is, the actual pump on that being a good way to get in with, again, I talked about Red Cap being a really good creature, and this makes Red Cap fly in for 6. Wouldn't be opposed to Ogre Errant as well. Ogre Errant hands off Menace and is a very sizable body for 4 mana. So we could have something like that. I feel like I still want to get the Righteousness Fling combo. Yeah, I feel like the Ogre Errant is a good place to be. Fairy Guide Mother is another one that's fine as well. Effectively, it's a, forward-facing pump with small body attached afterwards. I don't ever want to be casting that as Suntailhawk on 1. I want to be getting the adventure on that one first. Over under on games versus mill. So we've been told the robots have been updated. That was the end of the patch notes. Like there were no notes on, like, you know how, like, in the old days when they would do, like, things in Hearthstone, they'd be like, oh, this up 5%, this down 5%. We don't have that sort of visibility. I feel like we kind of I feel like that could just be amalgamated for people, though. But they said bots were updated, so outflank. Ooh, Rimrock Knight. Now we're talking. That's a good aggressive creature. This gets the Knight trigger for Acclaimed Contender. It's got some good aggression to hand off through a menace. A+ would pick some Rimrock Knights for our deck. Okay, looking good here too. We've got, you know, they said the bots were updated. And, like, okay, alright. We'll see how they feel. Bloodhaze Wolverine is not great for us. We don't have a good way to trigger that. We could pick up Thrill Possibility as a way to trigger that. Knight of the Keep is the most generic body in the universe. Well, is that the first you saw? No, there was a, we saw in the previous pack a didn't say please, which we wouldn't call Wolverine just bad. I like it in the blue-red deck, but the problem is, even in the blue-red deck, usually I don't want a 2-drop aggression creature. I'll pick up the Thrill. Okay, Lucky Clover. Oh, is Lucky Clover fine enough to just pick up? We got couple doublers already. Fairy Godmother would be a lot better with the double up. There is the Fairy Godmother. Here is the other choice. And a Silver Flame Squire, which is a card I always, I just wish this card was a knight. That's my only change I want on this. Could pick up the Lucky Clover. What sort of things would that do? That would make, I don't know if that's a card I want to be including in red-white, you know? Like, red-white, I've got some aggression. Like, I've got, like, you know, Ardenwald Tactician doubled is not going to be too huge. Tap 4, I guess that's like a fog. Rimrock Knight doubled is okay. Same with Fairy Godmother. Like, you know, they'll be getting in for 4 instead of 2. Or if Fairy Godmother doubled, that's actually a lot better. Let's see where it goes. I'm willing to pick it now. Hi. Pick up the Golden Egg. Yeah, I'm fine with Golden Egg. Golden Egg gives us some Flutterfox fodder. And that should be fine. Don't really care for much on here. Pick up that Gargoyle, call it good. 1 copy of Crashing Drawbridge is okay by me. Okay. Let's get some of the worst cards out of here. Was not very happy with the end of that pack. There was a lot of unplayables, like, on the wheel there. Wow. Black looking nice here with Bacon to Pie and Drown and a Lock. If we're looking on color, yeah, we have a rare that is, Overrun at instant speed without the trample. You get that from a different card. Heck. Makes me not too terribly impressed with what I have right now. Shining Armor's a combat trick. Weaselback Redcap's a 1-drop. Neither of those are first picks. Nor second picks, even. Weaselback Redcap's a card I want on the wheel, and Shining Armor's something I want at, like, 4 or 5 at most. Naya's Real and Draft. The problem is Return of the Wild Speaker says non-humans, and, like, that turns off our white. So, like, do I just not care? Like, just completely change it up? Pick up that Return of the Wild Speaker, maybe green is what's actually open, and I just give up on the Knights plan? I'm told that, but I don't believe it in Nalathni after seeing the picks going around. There was a tabled apprentice, a tabled secret keeper, 2 tabled apprentices. I don't know if I believe that. Okay, well, here's a white card I actually do like a lot, and there's another bacon to a pie. Dang, nice. We also have Rampart Smasher if we want to just completely give up on white. Yeah, I think it's Archon of Absolution versus Rampart Smasher is really the pick here. Archon of Absolution's really, really good at being a Snapping Drake. Snapping Drake with 2 additional lines of text. Whereas Rampart Smasher is really, really good at being huge. And Rampart Smasher would make Return of the Wild Speaker a draw 5 if I want to go that route. Maybe I just give up on the white. Our white is 3 cards right now. Not too hard on that. I just don't believe in it. And for good reason. A lot more red in this one than the other. Raging Redcap's cool. Redcap Raiders is also good. Yeah, Pie Reeve Soul. Black has been strong there as well. Sadly not something I was in, as I felt like I didn't feel black in pack 1 here. However, let's go ahead and do the bots like the red caps? I don't know. So the old bots would let this table. Like, every time. Like, this card would table all the damn time. It was kind of silly. Maybe I want the red cap just because I want, So right now with red cap, I got Joust and Rimrock. But, like, red cap Raiders with it's fine, too. Let's do science. Let's see if the red cap tables. This, under the old setup, would always table. Always table. Like, this would be, like, the 3rd to last pick. So, we're gonna pick up the Raiders. We got another Joust. 2 Unveil. Outmuscle. I think Outmuscle's probably a little better than Joust. Yeah. Especially, like, we've got some really good back-end bodies that carry it well. Let's go ahead and commit it to what we're doing here. We might not be playing the Clover. We'll see. I think Outmuscle's fine. Scorching Dragonfire is the easiest pick of my life. No matter what was going on here. Alright, Outflank. I don't really like this. Well, I actually like Sportcap Spider and Bargin. Sportcap Spider's a really good defender. Like, 1/5 is huge. Like, basically nothing gets through that. Even, like, you know, the Steel Gaze Griffin needs help to get past it. Bargin is something I'm fine having 1 of. I don't know if we want to pick that up yet. I feel like getting a little bit more of our green developed might be more worthwhile. We'll find the Bargin either later in this pack or in pack 3. These tend to go late, at least under the old bots. Merchant of the Veil, how you doing? Joust. I like Merchant a lot. Joust is Rimrock Knight and Ogre Errant right now. I think I have 2 fighters. I think I might want that Merchant as just a way to make my late game stronger. Like, that always helps out when you have stuff like that. It's a human, which doesn't work with the Return of the Wild Speaker, but, like, the fact that I would get to cycle through lands late game makes me feel a lot better about including it. So, Ogre Errant. Alright, here we have 2 Unveiled Treefolk as well. I think we want to start picking up the Raging Redcaps for us. Here's Tiny Redcap. Here's the Ghost, or freaking just awful Ghost Boars. Use a 1-drop. Yep, the Raging Redcap makes it back around. So does the Wildwood Tracker. That is incredible. Alright. So, yep, hasn't changed. They do not value this card at all. Interesting. Good to know. Also don't value Scorecap Spider? And, yeah. So, want that out. And... Memory Theft... Clover's probably... Oh, hi. That's a pretty easy choice. Did you know this thing can still block if you don't control the 1/1? Because it can. Yeah, Love Struck Beast. That seems fine. Let's get that going. Yeah, we still have the Clover for the doubler if we want it. Alright, Rosethorn Halberd's something I do want to have one in the deck, and I know there's a bunch of tricks here. I think Bargin's more likely to come back around, so I'm going to pick up the Halberd now. I like this card a lot. Burning Yard Trainer, Lucky Clover, Toonvale Treefolk. Burning Yard Trainer, hands off, +2/+2, and haste trample to a knight. We got a Redcap Raiders, our Ogre Errant, and a Rimrock Knight. That could just be fine. Toonvale Treefolk's more likely to table than that, I think. Yeah. Garen Brig, we can probably pick that up now. I already have a Thrill. See some okay blue and in here. Yeah, I don't like Garen Brig, but I like the trick well enough. From Rock Knight, you're on the list. Would play, A+. Do I want a 2-drop Knight? How's my 2s looking? Actually very weak. I already have 3 Raging Redcaps. I probably actually want this too. Wow. Charm Sleep and Secret Keeper this late? That's, You know, I'll say that's an adjustment. Usually you don't say Charm Sleep this late. Guess I can pick up Jousting Dummy, calling good. Damn. Damn, we're not gonna have a copy of a Bargin, because it did not get picked. Oh, sweet! Oof, okay, I want 1 copy of Bargin to feel good. Really? You know, I'm starting to think the patch didn't do anything. I guess we'll never know. It could just be, oh, those are what the packs looked like. But at the same time, yeesh. Alright, the only thing I'm sad about in this deck is we don't have a Treefolk. Okay, so... Hold on, what? 15 creatures. So Bargin, Halberd, Joust, Scorching Dragonfire, Thrill. Might not need the Thrill if I have the Merchant. Outmuscle, Return. Like, then I could play, like... Egg Drawbridge. How good is Clover in our deck? Double Garen Brig. Double Rimrock. Double Lovestruck Beast. I don't know a lot of 1/1s are a Lovestruck Beast. It's okay. I'm gonna play egg over thrill. Egg's food. Food can be sacked tomorrow, Leaf Rider. So yeah, the White Knights didn't work out, but we ended up in a deck that I do like. Let me go ahead and... So yeah, I feel like our top end is our missing piece. But Return to the Wild Speaker is real sweet. This card's an instant, by the way. Okay. Run him down. Let's go. Alright. My goal. 1. That is parentheses 1. Opponent who is not playing Blue Mill. Singular opponent. Like, if you saw the last draft of these, that's actually a pretty high ask. I think we played the mirror match 4 times in a row. Either being blue or blue-black. Basically ended up Gruul non-human knights. Yeah, worked out. That's not a hand we can keep. That's a hand we can keep. Yeah. That'll be fine. Live Strong 12, born in the year 1912. Yeah, let's keep this. I think the trainer can go down, or maybe... Go ahead and put the trainer down. Hello, I am a 3/3 elk. Hello. Okay. Alright, bad sign, everybody. It's not a good sign. The beatdown. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play Redcap Raiders because Redcap Raiders can attack for 4 over these. It also might be a better out-muscle target for that reason. I'd like to draw a single mountain and no more lands for the rest of the game. Next turn we get to play Raging Redcap, attack for 4. We can always out-muscle anything that's super dangerous. Well, I guess maybe they're looking at a runaway together? I don't know if they'd use that right here, but... I feel like they might have it. They've got something. I think they might have a bounce spell. I think they're going to run away together, my Redcap Raiders. I think they're at least considering it. Oh. I think that all but confirms it. Okay, I really need another red source there. This doesn't do much. Let's go ahead and get in with the red cap. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Rimrock Knight on our double strike. If they have a bounce here, this is pretty dangerous. It sets us back a lot of time. And they do. Okay. Oh no, they just have a... Alright. We've got some issues here. We can't fight anything anymore. It's a bit of a pain. Also could definitely use that second red, so I can more than once, so I'm not on one spell. And no attacks. Out muscle on the Rimrock Knight to get over the corridor monitor is gonna look okay. Alright. Problem here is that if they do have some sort of counter and or like, this could look very bad. Alright, let's see how this plays. If they've got a bounce spell or a count, would be the worst. If they have a counter spell. Okay. Difficult to get going here. Let's just rush this thing through. I want to get that corridor monitor out of the way so I can start attacking with other creatures. Alright, and they recognize it. Monkey Spell Wish is still holding the opponent has not yet milled us. That just tells me they're likely holding a clover and waiting for the right moment to do so. Because they don't currently feel pressured by our board. We'll see, though. Yeah, main deck Mystical Dispute and like this many so tiny is just absolutely feels like mill. Alright, that anytime when we draw our friend would be good. What's its name? The merchant. Okay. Let's go ahead and barge in here. Is this gonna get... Didn't say pleased. Didn't say please. Alright, that means I need to spend my Rimrock Knight. Okay, 2 lands and a Love-Struck Beast down. I need to play the mountain to get the Knight out. Okay. Okay, we're empty-handed. That's bad. Ah, shit. Okay. So we did get them for some damage here. Unless they've got another So Tiny or a bounce spell. Okay. That's as tiny as can be. How is our graveyard at the moment? 6 cards! 1 more card in the grave and we are done attacking forever with these. So there's 2 lands in my grave, 2 lands in hand, that many in play, so that means right now I am 6 and 22. You just kind of have to pass it back. Midnight Clock's gonna start ticking, and once that gets to full, well, they get a full grip again, so it ends. Okay, that's a good trump card. The problem is, problem is I'm at 6 cards in grave. Damn it. That don't work. I go for an overrun and then all my creatures get even tinier and nothing happens. It's a bit of a pain, bit of a pickle. Yeah, power up the clock a couple times. Put it on 7, 8 on their turn. Yeah, if I draw off it, I will draw cards instead of, like, negative cards. Yeah, we've been sort of, Hey! Alright. So they want to spend their cards before the midnight clock triggers, that's why they're spending these now. Okay, can I resolve Rampart Smasher? This would be good at being a large creature that can start getting combat rolling for us. Also, could just be a draw 5. Oh, shit, I didn't turn that on. Oh, God, I'm sorry, Bird Teeth. No, that's not the one I needed. No, that's the Moto one. Heck. Alright, so they get their full hand here. Alright, so we want to play Rampart, play Redcap, and we want to try to steal this with the Return of the Wild Speaker. Yeah, I'll try and get that later. I keep forgetting to turn it on, that's basically it. My apologies, I know that it's quite hard to see when card text, seeing as there is none in play. Best of one. Okay, so a Rampart Smasher is going to get murdered, but it's a matter of how. Oh. Yeah, if you got Folio, that's a real good reason to do mill. This is the best mill card in the set by a mile. $14 left in deck. Think they might force a draw 2 here? They could just mill us too. That's an option too. That's a lot better than forcing each player to draw 2 is just draw 4. It's a lot of cards in hand. How am I winning this? I think Return of the Wild Speaker plus a Bard. I don't have a Bargain. It's in my yard. Crap. Oh, crap. No. Wait. Shit, you can steal this no matter what I do, right? Choose an offline card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast this shit, so you can cast this no matter what I do here. Draw 5. Why would you tap out my green? What? Why? In what universe? Hate the auto tapper. Okay. Um... Yeah, but there's nothing on my board that requires red mana either. There's no reason for it to have valued red over anything. There's no red activations in play. Okay. Okay, we want to spend... as much of our hand as possible, because next turn we're going to try for an all-out. That's the only thing we've got. We've got 8 left in deck. This folio could get us for a lot. If they have 2... all they need are 2 copies of Merfolk Secret Keeper, and we're dead on board. Alright, X equals 1. So that puts me on 3 cards in hand. This can mill 3, 4 at my draw step. If they have a mill 4, that still won't win it for them. Oh, do you have a giant? How's the new DraftBot AI? It seems untouched, to be honest. Everything I thought I knew about it was still true. I don't believe there were any changes. Okay, if you actually have the Giant Wrath, I can't beat that. Yep, alright. Pack them in. Oh, but what if? Okay. God. Fine. Gonna get you. 1 damage. Five cards in deck. Think I will be milled on this next turn here. They can mill me for 3 right now with the folio. If they have 2 more from any source, it's over. Really, I should have been drafting black so that I can have 3 Forever Youngs in my deck. That's always a play. I mean, they can make me draw a folio right now. They have 9 mana. They make me draw 4 off that. If they play a land, they can make me draw... Okay. Oh no, they're gonna play untap an artifact. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, here it comes. Untap target artifact. Told the bots to just pass a lot of strong blue cards. Yeah, that's what they do. And there was a note last week that said they were adjusted. I don't think they were. That seems incorrect. Yep, that's... Alright, well, let's go ahead and see. The Wrath was the nail in the coffin in that one. So... Alright. Just our hope. We just need to make it to one non-mill opponent. That's all we're looking for. Tata. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't like it a lot, but I don't hate it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and try it. Burning Yard Trainer does work with it. Oh. Well. Okay. Alright. But you're still hungry. Clearly, we're the not. Yeah, we're the not. We had 2 lucky Clover choices with like 4 Secret Keepers. We could have had a mill deck that just beats everything, because that's kind of the power of Secret Keeper. Crashing Drawbridge is probably... Hey, it's almost like nothing has changed. Weird. Yeah. Pretty sure nothing's changed. Alright, let's ship it back. I don't want to play out muscle against this opponent because they're going to have a bounce spell. Matu Fin 0, is Bill still in? Well... Got bad news for you. So, God, what do I want to do here? I want to resolve Rampart Smasher, but, like... Did they reported to change the Eldraine Draftbot picks. I don't believe they were changed. They feel exactly the same. Like, we've run into 2 opponents who are playing Mill. I have no interest in playing a format that's one deck, but we're gonna... By God, we're gonna try and see if we can find it. Opponent didn't say please. That was what I was trying to bait out. Good. Just hell if I want to be tooling against a mill deck. Okay, one of our knights and one of our, Rock Knight and Raging Redcap. I think both our Rimrocks are gone. That's fine. They're on 5, so they're a little bit flooded for what they want to be doing. Usually they don't want to be seeing that much mana. That this deck is pretty light on things to do with that much. Hopefully, my hope is that I can, like, resolve Burning Yard Trainer or something to that effect. Yeah, let's try Burning Yard Trainer. Because, again, Rampart Smasher is the one I want finished. The only other, like, counter to Mill that exists is, like, Forever Young and Black, but that's if you draw it and it doesn't get counterspelled. That puts creatures on the top of your deck, and then you draw a card. Okay, that fixes every problem. Shit! Are we at 7 exact? Okay, no, we're at way more than 7. Right, we got milled 3 plus 4, so my loot didn't matter. Oh, I didn't bother attacking with the trainer because there's no 4. I don't have tricks. That seems too obvious to me. Like, I mean, I guess? Oh. Alright. So it begins. Rampart Smasher, you're our only hope. Okay, Egg, good. Thank you, Egg. I love Egg. This is a really good card, even like the fact that like this linchpins a lot of into the story on top of your deck, huh? Uh-oh. 4 mana draw 4 on the top of your library. Okay, sure, yep. It's like reasonable or something. Alright, no, but for real, I want Rampart Smasher down, and I want it down now. Let's get hasty. That 3/3 can't block us. This cannot be blocked by walls or knights. This is a knight. It's one of the few blue knights. Like, this is one of the few green knights. Alright, so they've got the end of the story. They can draw back up. If they don't have a land drop, they'll do it sorcery speed. If they do, they'll wait. Okay. It's fine, I can just replay that and attack. Ooh, if they have a so tiny, I'll feel a little bad, but... Let's keep getting in there. Because they cannot block with Vantress Paladin here. This is a knight. It cannot block, so they cannot make the double block that they were counting on to keep them alive, which means they are going to chump block. That is probably an incorrect chump block. That Lockthwaite Gargoyle is worth less if they have a bounce spell. You know, into the story, or sorry, not into the story. Animating Fairy. Okay, well, that's gonna keep me off the ground. I'll probably have to outmuscle something. Scalding Cauldron. Do they have a land here? No, pass. They are holding up counter mana. I'm gonna go ahead and try anyway on this. Target you, and we're gonna target those scavengers. Adamant. I think their final card is a didn't say please. We'll see. Okay, it is not. So this can attack because it is indestructible. Probably eats the gargoyle. Holding up the cauldron. Oh, yeah, I guess. I thought for sure they would have went into the story sorcery for a land drop then. And they didn't use the cauldron. We might be able to sneak this one by. Our opponent seems to be making some minor mana mistakes that if we can take advantage of, we can get there. But we have a very small window. Because the moment they untap after resolving that into the story, their card advantage is going to be so strong that I don't think we're going to be able to make this 5/5 convert the game. Alright, so there's that into the story. That makes this turn the big one. Just run the Mystic Sanctuary or the... Okay, Wishful Merfolk. They just want to put up a defender. They are in a don't die sort of mood. So they can double block my... So I want to draw... Shit! That's actually really good here. What do I want to draw here? A hasty 3? There's no way they can attack. Some sort of trick. Barge in would be good, sure. Halberd would be good, too. Okay, so their double block on the Rampart Smasher has to be Golden Egg plus Paladin. Just, yes, that's a defender. But it's not a wall. Sorry, oh no, sorry, it's walls, not defenders. So it's only this thing. Okay, so... God, I can menace my Raging Red Cap, but I can't pump it. Are there attacks that this works for? It does not like it. I don't think there's a forward attack I can make. Because I can't give this menace. Now they've untapped with their card advantage, and this is the area I didn't want them to have. Oh boy. Alright, well, plus side, that gives me another tapped out turn. On the downside, that's a draw, effective 6. Yeah, scry 3 top. So, I don't think we have any time left. We just need to live. Or we just need to kill them now. What do we need to draw? I think my +3/+3, my team. That's not helping. Cards in deck 16. Scorching Dragonfire? Okay, that takes out the Vantress Paladin. What are we doing now while they're tapped out? Okay. This is gonna untap. They have a Queen of Ice to play. They've also got... They've topped all 3 on that. So they clearly wanted to draw them. I'm waiting for a Lucky Clover play out of our opponent to just put this game away. Okay, that's the tome. That lets them draw the second of the 3 cards they want. Has the opponent played any red card yet? They played Joust. That's the only one they've played. They've got to do it on a night. Alright, I'm waiting for a Clover. That's what I'm waiting on. Queen of Ice. Okay, so they're playing defense still. And there's still no attacks that make sense here. They probably just use that Cauldron to kill my red cap? I mean, the Double Striker is one of the biggest threats on the board because it's one of the only ways they can just die. Okay, they've drawn all 3 cards. Witching Well, alright, they are digging. There are 10 cards left in deck. If they were playing a mirror match, they'd lose very hard. Because of how much draw they're playing. Scry 2 top, they want them both. Waiting for that Clover. Trembling Suit. Sure, it's a 4/3. That kind of keeps the ground on the Animating Fairy. They can draw in step. Okay. I need to draw... I need to draw my overrun. Okay, 3 in yard, 13... 3 and 13. Okay, or sorry, 4 and 13. Okay. No attacks. Again, Queen of Ice makes all of my attacks look very poor here. I need some sort of breaker. Improbable Alliance. You can't afford to do that very much. I guess maybe you can. How are you winning this game? Like, where's the secret keeping out of nowhere? I assume you have some sort of mill win condition, because it doesn't feel like you're winning in the air. I don't know. Joust? You can just fight the Shambling Suit. And +2 the Ogre Errant, and kill off the food. Wait on that? They're gonna get another end-step flyer. I feel like I wait for a misstep. I think that's what we're doing here. We're going to wait for some sort of overexertion. At least for the moment. Because right now, this doesn't get me anywhere if I just, like, fight off the shambling suit or whatever. That's just not enough. Still waiting for those, like, 2 more Secret Keepers to finish me off. Okay. Trying to deck themselves. 5 cards left. 1 Secret Keeper of my own, and this game ends. Alright, we lose our 1/1 counter. But we do have haste, so... Again, overexertion here would be very good for us, you know? Alright, I think this is as close as we're going to get to an overexert. We're going to just go ahead and block the 5. Running Yard Trainer's gone. I need to draw a strong attacking 4. Or like a way through this. That's not it at all. Yep, okay. I believe this game is over, as they say. We're dead on board to damage. And I guess we'll lose to damage from the deck that was milling us. Don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Feel like it's pretty obvious that they do have the ability to mill us out, but... Am I dead here? If they activate that Wishful Merfolk, I take 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, that should be lethal. Okay. Alright, well, let's see if in our third match here we can get an opponent who is not on Blue Mill. This is close, but not close enough. Yeah, our opponent resolving into the story twice is a kind of a backbreaker. That's too much advantage for, you know, plus 7 cards is a reasonable setup. Alright. So, let's roll on into 3, and again, our goal, our hope, our find, our will. No opponent. Yeah, the draw scry, and then, you know, oh, they had a lot of draw, indeed. Gold Coast Maverick, who is going to be on Not Mill. I demand it. Sweet. Alright, beatdown cometh, everybody. I'll hold that Rimrock so that we can use it on a red cap. Okay, this could maybe not be mill, but also could be mill. We'll find out. Okay, red cap 1 deployed. Red cap 2. I'm pretty sure they're holding it. They didn't say please, so I'm not playing my Smasher. It's also why I didn't Rimrock Knight. Okay. You might just be able to run him down with a bunch of red caps, who knows? This is what we got. Raging red cap the next? Hell yeah, okay. They're not on into the story. They had nothing on 4? What? What in the world do they have going on then? I'm just gonna rush you down if you're gonna let me. Okay. So here we go, like, you. Target creature gets +2/+2. Joust. I don't believe you until I see it. Joust. Broomrock Knight. And we annihilate our opponent. Perfect. Sadly, that doesn't meet my needs. That doesn't meet my not mill opponent. Medibot, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it a lot. Our opponent was tapped out. There was no anything they could have done in any world in this format to stop us. They had 0 mana untapped, so because they had tapped out their full 5 for the Griffin. All right, sure. Can we find them? The no non-mill opponent. Okay, that is a good start. Green does not generally pair with the mill plan. Usually, the mill plan is in white or black. Oh my god! All right, I think we've got it, everybody. Let's get a red cap going. My god. Ooh, Castle Garenbrig. No! Wait, I just have a second red cap. So I don't actually want to cast the Halberd until I'm going to combat, I think, with this. Nah, actually, let's get this down. This way I can out-muscle. That's actually the bigger point, is so I can out-muscle here. So they can out-muscle me, and that'd be bad. But that's what they're going to do, right? They've got out-muscle, indestructible. This way I required them to have the triple green. Oh, Thrill. Thrill discarding that. That's so much better. Now I can actually kill you. Hell yeah. I'm going to kick your ass. Help! Oko is everywhere! Oko can't be stopped! Y'all ready for Elk? Anyway, we still get to attack for 5, it's just not 6. I played the Knight Errant as biggest play. Oko, I can't even stop you here, huh? This card's really good, by the way. I like Kenneth's transformation. It's like the fair version of this. Oh, okay. Can I get a 3rd green? No, that's a 3rd red. That's the opposite of what I needed right there. Because I wanted to be able to out-muscle this thing. think we're still attacking with red cap, because they have to trade their Garen Brig Paladin. Then we go ahead and play a red cap raider. I didn't attack with Ogre Errant because I did not want them to just take that easy trade for 5 life. Okay, 6th land out of our opponent. Looks like they might have the nope, Garen Brig again, and this time I don't have the power to overstate it. There's that 3rd, but I am a little out. I would need to attack with red cap raiders first. Or equip the Rose Thorn Halberd. Well, I can equip the Rose Thorn Halberd on Ogre Errant. Or on red cap raiders. Either or works with the out muscle. Kind of want to use it on the red cap raiders. This thing doesn't attack too great into Marleaf. Problem is that Marleaf could force an awkward block. Let's make the 5/5. Okay. 4 cards in hand. Still a lot of big. We've got our Halberd, we've got our Spider. Alright, drawbridge ain't nothing. Dwarven Mine! Alright. Alright, which color are they choosing on the banner? That's kind of important. Green. And Scorching Dragonfire. Alright, we are just out of cards from our opponent. And Sporecap Spider does a nice job of blocking what we got going on here. A little awkward on the timing on that draw. Kind of want to be able to draw 5 cards, but, you know, we still have our Spider. As long as we still have the Spider, everything's alive. They can Crashing Drawbridge anything down at us. Land off the top, I would probably be holding that. They don't need mana. Alright, I think we go ahead and equip our Spider with a Halberd. Makes this a draw 3 if we need it. Can't attack because that drawbridge still says no, but now 6 toughness says we are out of big fighty range. Hold on. Okay. Alright, okay, alright, okay. What if I, like, you know, +2 this Spider, and then... Probably should have done that in combat, but I got so caught up in the move that, you know... I'm just gonna draw some cards, I don't know. That's not a human, right? That's a spider. Yeah! We hit! Okay, get that Love-Struck Beast down. That's actually really good at blocking the Marleaf Rider. Now we are real set on card advantage. I think we can just run our opponent down unless something really, really huge were to come off the top. I am willing to trade off my 1/1 because we have a 1/1 right here with the Weaselback Red Cap. So, heart that Red Cap. Oh, I heart you, Red Cap. You're my favorite customer. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and... out muscle here. Get this off the table. And then we'll go to combat. After combat, we'll play Weasel and the Garen... not even Garen Big. I guess we'll go with the Love-Struck Beast. Because we want the... Actually, this hand's off haste. Okay. You know. Maybe... we go egg. Ooh, okay, that changes my wants. We have a pump in hand. That'll hit our opponent for 13 with the haste off of this. We also have Love-Struck Beast in the pocket. Flaxen Intruder for bears! Oh my god! There's so many of them. Why are there so many bears? Okay, let's get in. We got Rimrock Knight for a pump, and then Love-Struck Beast as a blocker. Oh my god, fixed. How many bears are you willing to let die? Okay, this does have trample, so we are willing to use this to push damage. This pushes lethal, I think. Pretty sure that's just lethal. +1. No. Yeah, the double strike will be it, because that'll be 5, 4, and 1. Okay, nice top deck, though. The Flaxen Intruder was a lot of power. That made 11 power in one card with the banner, so good on you. Makes sense with the banner, too. You got ramp into it, and you got... all right, so victory! We found an opponent who wasn't Mill. We did it, folks. Red Cap just surprise murders opponents every time. The old Slimer. Everybody gets surprise murdered by that thing. Yeah, this looks fine. Spider and Ogre play defense decently. We got removal and removal. Oh my god, are we gonna maybe find another non-mill? Oh my god! Gruul! It's Gruul, everybody! Alright. The power of the 1/1 human versus Rimrock Knight. Perfect. Can't be beaten. Invincible. Okay, then they joust me for 5. Sure. That's a fairly reasonable play. No, I don't think so, Abyss. I like that's assuming like multiple people on time travel, and like looking at the cards we saw, like they would be from 3 or 4 days ago, and like if you saw the draft portion, there were a lot of reasons why they might not be, you know. I'm just gonna play the Love-Struck Beast. Next turn I can play the Red Cap and attack with it. It can out-muscle anything. I don't know, like, that's the, like, Occam's Razor says no, right? Like, assuming all of our opponents are time travelers is like one of those, like, technically true things that could happen, but has, like, a super low chance. I don't know. Yeah, we got our other 1/1, so we could attack. I want to hold back a little bit, because I'm looking for getting a 4 and living till then. And we can use both our Carver and our Scorching Dragonfire to disrupt whatever maneuver our opponent might have. If they've got a pump spell, if they've got a kill spell, they might try to kill the Weaselwag Red Cap and block. I don't know, I just like... There's no real way to know that, but what we did see is we saw a third to last draft pick, like, run away together. That's a bit annoying. I actually can't fight that very well. I can pump a Weaselback Red Cap, but that don't do the job very effectively. I think we just let that resolve. This will have 5 toughness. It'll be a 5/5. We'll block it with Love-Struck and use the Garenbrig Carver to call it good if they make the attack. I feel like the attack is a little suspect, though they get the, you know... Cool thing about Beast is that it can still block here, and we can go ahead and Garen Brig Carver, make ourselves a 7/7. Even if they have +3/+3, they don't win the fight, they just trade. And this gets us right back into our position. So let's go ahead and play Raging Redcap. This is our defense now. I don't think there's any creatures left in our deck that enable it to attack. So we have a 5/5 wall, which basically against Gruul will do fine. You know, Rimrock Knight sure as hell ain't coming in. If they have to spend a trick to get over our already dead card, well, you know, it's fine by me. Opponent's on 4 lands. What's the best they can have? That's something I can just kill with Dragonfire if I was... Actually, oh, let's joust that and get in for 6. This can't block. Cool. 1 for 1 and get some free damage off it. If we can push that, we're good. Again, we got that Outmuscle, and the Outmuscle's gonna look real smooth on the Lovestruck Beast. We don't need the Indestructible to make that work. Rosethorn Halberd is probably gonna make us block. That's probably enough to do it. Yeah. You got it, boss. You got a play to follow that up with? No, okay. One good Halberd deserves another. Oh, they have a burn spell in hand. They make me look real dumb. Damn. The moment that had a break there. Oh, and their play has 4 toughness. That is little bit too big for us. Let's get the Spider down. Spider with the Halberd can block that thing if we get to 5. Problem. Okay, spinning wheel. So we can just block the Errant. We got to our 4th. Maybe just want to play my own Errant. Let's just get biggest body on campus. Okay, 6th mana, 7th mana. They've got a tapper. That actually makes things in their favor pretty well. I can outmuscle on... Oh, but they're going to outmuscle our Ogre Errant before we can outmuscle theirs. Touché Salesman. So that, again, makes things super awkward for us. We don't have a good way to fight these things down. I think we want to go with the Garen Brig Carver as biggest body on campus. And perhaps we can catch it in combat with the Dragonfire for 6. It's about the best I got, but right now they're only on 1 card left, so if we can catch this thing, that might be enough to turn it in our favor, especially if we can start establishing a dang board. Got a little bit of life to spare, and by that I mean we have exactly 1 turn. Oh. Interesting, they didn't equip that. I'm not going to block. Well, I mean, I guess I'll take this block. What do you got? I want to see their trick here. If they've got a trick for Spore Cap Spider, I want it used. Okay. It's Rimrock Knight. They can play it, but they can't equip the Halberd. From there... Oh, right. That is exactly the play I wanted in my hand. This lets me play Raging Redcap and Scorching Dragonfire so that I can block and kill their thing. If they... God, they could offensively tap my Carver. That would look bad. But I need to, like... Maybe they won't do that because that's their entire turn. My hope is that they don't, because right now that would be a little awkward if they started offensive tapping. Okay, let's go ahead and get in that block on Garen Brig Carver. Garen Brig Carver? No, they are not going to allow it, it looks like. Oh, no. They were thinking about it. They were thinking pretty deeply about it. So there's the block. There's the thing with 3 damage on it. There's their Rimrock Knight. That resolves. And a Raging Redcap. That is dangerous, but we can fight that down with our own Raging Redcap. So let's get this off the table. And then we want to outmuscle their Raging Redcap. I see no reason not to be attacking here. Alright, Fear God. Putting them on 6 is really nice for us here because we have them dead in 1 hit. Now they have to play their own defensive game with just the tapper. This means they can't really equip with that halberd or they are dead. So they can only attack for 3. And perfect, we draw ourselves another creature. Let's go ahead and make them tap our creature. And then we get to play down some more creatures of our own. This is a top deck fight of normal proportions. They can't block, though. So right now we have some... Okay, another Raging Redcap of their own. They can equip the halberd, if they so choose, but I do not believe that is enough blockers, and they cannot use their wheel, so it is over. Alright, Gruul exists. 2 Gruul opponents, a bunch of mill opponents, huh? Like... It's like 2 Gruul, 3 mill, I think is what we've seen. Not quite, you know, balanced out, but, you know. Alright, Mara. Honestly, well, for one, like, I don't... Eldraine ruled by Gruul and Dimir, no, like, I still think it's just ruled by blue players. You know? I don't know. That draft had me convinced that blue had not changed at all. Like, again, if you look at a lot of the cards that were going through that draft, you'll see a lot of things that tell you that blue mill is still the place to be, right? Like... And, you know, if we were trying to say all of our opponents are time travelers who are milling, that would have to be 4 time travelers now, and that just feels like an improbable happenstance. Okay. So I can bump that for 2, but it's not 3. But yeah, that puts us on 4 mill opponents and 2 Gruul opponents. The mill opponents have been a variety of secondary colors. Maybe that's something that's changed. Who knows? We might be able to run this opponent over. They did know the Mole 2/6. And like right here, we can resolve Redcap Raiders. It's a good card to have on the table. No attacks make any sense to us. They've got some sort of effect here. It's probably a bounce. Yeah, there goes the runaway together. Not exactly sure I agree with that usage of it. I like it. I think that our pressure means they might need to use it a little more in combat. We'll see, though. Because, like, I can run that down pretty easily now with the Redcap Rider. Okay, or maybe they're at critical mass and it doesn't matter. We'll see. Alright, that's 1 Secret Keeper down. What do we have for cards? We've milled 12. We're at 17. So they still need a little bit more to go. 3 mills ain't gonna be enough. They still need some backup. They need either like a couple... No, that's nearly irrelevant. I don't care about that. Get my lands. That was a tap out? Okay. Got a lot of pump left. Problem is, if they have enough defense, it might not matter. There's that Secret Keeper on the defense, speaking of. We've got 15 left in deck. They're still searching, clearly. And they've got this Reaper, but I think the game's gonna be over before we hit Reaper. Okay. Just tap all the green, please. Okay, and now again, we have the aggression. This is why I said I think they needed to use this in combat, because we have a lot of these these tricks. They could use that to counter one of our tricks. I feel like that was a mistake by our opponent. Hopefully we can punish. I'm just gonna take maximum damage here. We have a food, force a block. So they're at 10. We've got Barge in for trample. They've got that Cauldron, but if they want to make any other plays, they're kind of out. So like they might Cauldron and do nothing else. All right, that means I want to draw into. I believe I want to draw into a red source. That would be the draw I'm looking for right now. Yep, that resolves. So a red source right about now would be pretty good looking. Let's get in. Don't need to force the block here. Okay, again, this is where having a bounce spell would look pretty good for them. We're going to go ahead and make that not very great for them. Alright, so that gets in for 4. Could make it 6, but I want to play the red cap instead. Because we do have a pump spell to make that 6 when it hits. Alright, a lot of lethal threats. I think we can rush them down from here, hopefully. Again, something would have to massively change for this to go out of our favor at the moment. Trying to think what that could be. Okay. Well, timer's on, I guess. Okay. If they have a Reeve Soul, I think they can take it from here. But I think they need a Reeve Soul on top of the mill. Because right now, we're able to just kind of rush down these things. There's not enough mill to make this fully work. Okay, that is lethal for us. Thank goodness. So yeah, they are tapped out. Nothing left but to do it. So yeah, the thing about Mill is not that Mill is an unbeatable deck, it's just that it's every deck. I realize that's a bit odd. It's you know, and clearly I've mentioned that our opponent did make some maneuvers that I think could have been improved. But we'll see. Squidaliu? Oh, I'll keep this. I like the Knight, I like this Dragonfire, and we got a lot of 3s. I like the tricks with the Raging Red Cap. Yes, it is a lack of variety. It's that it's so easy to build makes it that everyone builds it. Okay, that doesn't quite tell. Ooh, nice. That draw. That doesn't quite tell us if they're mill or not. White could be or could not be. Alright, I think they're Knights. Cannot play the Halberd on that. I can attack. I'm gonna use the cards if I have them. I could have held that trick, but like, drawing the Hellbird makes me feel better about putting that on the red cap, and I kind of want to spend... Alright, our opponent's full on Knights. Good to know. Okay, can't joust that. Puts us on the pass. We can block that, fine. We can Scorching Dragonfire if things go poorly. And that's about all we've got access to right about now. Lovestruck Beast is a defender, generally gets things done. So I won't feel too bad about that. Alright. Not feeling great about this. What do they have? 4 mana pass seems like so much. Must mean their curve is huge and they're gonna play Sir Island here, right? Yeah, I think I've played Magic once or twice before. Okay, so Sir Alan is at least a little bit weak to Lovestruck Beast. Not by much, but I feel like our opponent's probably gonna... Well, they can't joust it. That doesn't indestructible. It +2/+1s, so they need some other source of changing the outcome. Maybe that Dragonfire? I probably won't block if it comes in yet. I want to have some backup before that happens. 3 cards in? Nah. I'll take 4 here. That's fine. You very clearly have a trick, and I do not want any part of it. Venerable Knight. Okay, 4th land is nice to see. That means we can kind of set up some plays. Yeah, see, we're dying now, and not quite yet, but could be. Play the red cap. Really? I mean, I guess I've got the Rimrock. Still, I don't agree. So if I play the red cap, I can put the Rosethorn Halberd on the red cap. Do we fight? Okay, we could go for the fight, and if they have a trick, we have Scorching Dragonfire to make it happen. It might be the... It's a 2-for-1, but it's not the worst 2-for-1 I've ever... We'll see what they've got. I'm sure they have a trick, but Scorching Dragonfire should make it function, right? Like, even if it's a pump spell, we're okay. Best chase would be like, what, armor? If they have a kill spell, that'd be... Sure. That all you got? Pass from here. Keep up that Dragonfire, trade with their board, and get some red cap raiders down. Yep. Rimrock Knight is on the board. That's fine by me. Firecat is adorable. I'm glad we agree on that. Sure. I'll just Scorching whatever you put it on. Hopefully it's red cap. All right. I think we want Raging red cap first. Because then we can Burning Yard Trainer it next turn. And if we draw land, we can Burning Yard Trainer it for 7 or 14. Ardenvale Paladin. Alright, that's got a lot of toughness. What's the black for? He must have a black splash, huh? Nice. Always like Return of the Wild Speaker here. I think we get the Burning Yard Trainer going in, and we can only just go in with the Trainer itself for 10. Or with the red cap itself. That's still half their life total. The block doesn't work. You know, 5/5 double strike, we'll take it out. So that's half their life off right off the bat. And maybe we can like trick in and get the return of the Wild Speaker. We also got the Rimrock Knight. One Rimrock Knight on this means that is lethal. So, no blocks here. I will take 3. I know that this can't block, so obviously that's why it is attacking. Jousting Dummy is a pump. We got a lot for that. More red caps, more power. That don't trample. I think I just want to play a red cap and pass. They ain't attacking. Let's build a board. They ain't coming in through this, yeah, 4 power first strike, they become 6 power. And we have an overrun in hand. We don't, obviously we need the trample, we don't have trample from it, so we need to like sneak somebody in, but we have that. So, note, it's non-human, so this will not be getting it, alright. Fine by me, that is a human knight. Sucks, because this is actually our trampler right here. Alright, you know, could Rimrock Knight, like, attack here, attack for 5, and then whatever they do for the block, I just return to the Wild Speaker for, like, draw 5? We'll do this. You're not even willing to sack one of your creatures? You're empty-handed. I don't know what, like, there's no world where I would make that block against a Gruul deck with, like, 4 cards in hand. Yeah, like, there's no world where that's the correct block. You need to sacrifice, like, one of your blockers there because you're going to take lethal damage. Gruul deck with no tricks left, yeah, huh? If you believe that, I've got some robot changes to report to you, too. Alright, I like Merchant of the Veil in the opener. Red cap with a margin. We can attack for 3 next turn. Unknown opponent. Oh! Let's get the drawbridge. Like that drawbridge a lot. Gives me haste on my red cap. Okay, non-mill. But mill's still overpowering non-mill, 4-3. But I got something. So? Oh, okay. Sure. Tap my team. Yeah, they might just not have a 2-drop as part of why they might have done that tap down, because if they were gonna play that on 3, might as well do the tap down. Crunch, 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 crunch. Don't play the land because we can cycle it. Red! Keeper of Fables, you're way too late. Like, this is just lethal alone. Like, I did not need to draw any cards to make this hand lethal. I'm sure as hell gonna, but... Yeah, they're at -4, so... Alright, that's the beatdown. That's why I like the double striker a lot. It makes for some really quick maneuvers. I don't know why it's so undervalued. Alright, no, we're at 4-4, I think, Mill, so we're at the 50-50 split. Alright, place your bets. Mill or not Mill? Final opponent. This is the tipping point. Against Tomrad. Does Tomrad feel like somebody who might be playing Mill? I'm gonna keep this because of the Rimrock right. Alright, here we go. Black doesn't tell us they're not. I actually think we need to play this Rimrock Knight as a creature here. Because we don't have plays for the next couple turns. Could be green, could be food, could be double black. That's still not enough to rule it out. Spin Swordsmith. Alright. This is fine. We can go ahead and Scorching Dragon fire that out of the way. I do not want them gaining life. I don't think they might not be, though. It's very high likelihood they're more in a night plan. Okay, if we draw a green, we get out muscle, and out muscle is going to be really good removal here. But, like, they also could be on mill because of the adventure. So, nope, they're on knights. All right. We've escaped. A 50-50. Probably black, white knights, then. That would explain why you're playing that thing. And I shuffled cards into this deck upside down. So next turn I get to play out my Lovestruck Beast. Wow. I mean, I know... Shepherd? Shepherd? Rex? Shepherd? Okay, fourth land. We can probably just outmuscle any play they make. Don't outmuscle the 1-1. Don't do it. We need the 1-1 to live. They're gonna make it. Okay, we still got attacks. We still got a lot of removal. So they cycled that no, they cycled that putting nothing back on top because they're, Hey, Conrad, how you doing? Yeah, I feel ya. You're not living. Cool. Get out. No Conrads are allowed. See Conrad back on top. Fine. God. How many times am I gonna have to show you, old man? I can joust. I can take the 2 for 1. That wouldn't be the worst. If I attack in, they 2-for-1, and they'll, like, play Conrad, I kill Conrad with Joust, and then get in for 5. I don't believe you. Feel like the red paladin in that cycle is really bad compared to blue and black. Yeah, the haste isn't usually enough. Hey Conrad, how you doing? Cool, no hand. So I think we joust away our 5/5 here, actually. Like, I don't think I joust on Ogre Errant because, well, then that does make it a lethal attack. They would have to block it. Mill. Mountain off the top and carriage off the top for them. We take some damage. I think we're fine all adding because of the menace. One of our attackers, they go to 2, and we can menace an attacker with a red cap backed up. I think this game's over unless they've got something massive. Alright! Perfect. So, I don't know if I'm convinced that there were any changes to those bots from the draft and from the opponents we played against. There might be minor shifts to how powerful blue is, but, like, again, I forgot this card existed. From a lot of the opponents we saw, like, and also the cards we saw in draft, like, to the bigger point, like, when we saw in our draft, we saw Runaway Together 14 or 12th pick, we saw tabling Overwhelmed Apprentices and Secret Keepers, Lucky Clovers still tabling, so I don't know if I believe any changes, or if there are, they're not big enough to make this look like real life. So, Charm Sleep, like 10th pick? Yeah. So, okay. Let's go to open some packs and finish this off. And thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope you did enjoy this.
And you'll escape with your life.
I hope you... You done, Gary? Okay. I hope you did enjoy all this. I still do enjoy the format, though I enjoy it when it isn't against the blue mill player or with the blue mill player, because it feels like such a gimmick of a deck where you aren't, like, I don't know, when you're doing like weird spider spawning shenanigans, it feels really cool because you're doing something that didn't feel 100% like planned. Like, obviously there are seeds planted, but it's not like that was superintended as a limited archetype. Whereas like this is just like you draft the same card 5x. Because the bots don't pick it, and you get 2 Lucky Clovers. I don't know. Anyway, if you want to catch more of these, you can always follow. I do this on Tuesdays, and generally on Sundays is my other card day. If you want to follow, see when I go live, it's Tuesdays through Thursdays and Sundays. Tomorrow we have Final Fantasy XII going on. We're going back into the Great Crystal Place, so that'll be exciting. And Thursday is Sekiro, so, but yeah, thank you all for joining. I hope you had fun. If you want to, you can subscribe too for Cool Skulls and Slimes. That's the other thing I have to tell you. Anyway, I'm gonna go do an FF14, so y'all have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining.